Hey everybody, this is Dharma. Thank you so much for joining me and welcome to my channel. This reading is going to be for the sign of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, possibly Venus. This is not a fortune-telling channel. If that's what you're looking for, there are plenty of other capable readers out there. This is a healing channel. When we get tired of the ever-spinning wheel of karma, we seek to correct and heal ourselves so that we can get on the pathway to Dharma. A lot of things going on. Timelines seem to be speeding up. So, time is fluid. Although the intentions have been set for recent, past, current, and near future, however much healing you have done on yourself is where you will find yourself on the timeline. Energies are fluid. We all hold masculine and feminine energies within us, as the divine and the universe do. When I read a gender on the card, it is simply how the energy is operating in that moment, in that position. You may assign the genders as you will or discard them altogether. Guides, ancestors, holy guardian angels, Most High God, thank you so much for the many blessings you give to us every moment of every day. Every breath we take is a blessing. We ask for clear and concise messages for the sign of Leo, only for the greatest and highest good. Thank you so much because we know that it is done. I'm going to be popping up in a community post. I'll be popping up some links that were very helpful to me on my journey that I'm still traveling. The main thing is Christian mysticism and Hermetic Kabbalah, but there are many other paths that branch off from there. And that one indeed is a branch from the Jewish Kabbalah. They're very closely related, so if that's where you prefer to start there. Please and thank you. Current energies for the sign of Leo. Thank you so much. Someone wants to make a new start, but they're kind of in suspension right now because they have failed to call judgment on people, places, things, events, activities in their lives. We are not allowed to call judgment on others. We can call judgment on who, what we allow into our lives. The issue is the page wants to make a passionate offer to someone, perhaps themselves. These energies, by the way, could be you, could be someone around you. Take it as it resonates. The page wants to make a passionate offer to someone. Could be yourself, could be someone else. But you need to call some judgment on certain things that you have going on. If there is, please and thank you. Sometimes trying to fit in or fearing that we'll have to give up people, places, things would keep us from making a change. But you can't fill a cup that's already full. The issue is not moving on to calmer waters, stagnation, fear of change. Resisting, thank you so much. Thank you so much, universe. Stagnation, fear of change, resisting transition, holding on to the past, feeling lost. That could even be emotion, resentment. Recent past, please and thank you. And like I said, it doesn't have to be you. I read it as you, but it could be someone around you. I read it as you because it's your reading. So you may find me using the terms you or someone interchangeably. Take it as it resonates. Recent past, recent past. Excuse me. I've been cleaning today, stirring up dust, so there's a little vacuuming and mopping. It's always good to stir up a little dust, right? A little pollen that comes in, sticking to our feet and clothes. The fur baby. Recent, thank you so much. Recent past, Queen of Pentacles with something of value in her hand. This could be energy. Could be something spiritual that's borne fruit in the 3D world. Could be money. Could be ideas for money. Just something of value. Queens represent nurturing, receptive energies. Subconscious, please and thank you. Subconscious, please and thank you. Thank you so much. Emperor reverse, very controlling, rigid. My way or the highway abuses any power they have, either through force or manipulation, leading people the wrong way. It's not an honest power. It's a power gained through force, lies, deceit, manipulation. We need to bring those subconscious energies up into the light so we can look at them honestly, deal with them appropriately, so we can, if we don't deal with our stuff deals with us. And conscious energies, please and thank you. Thank you so much. Somebody's defensive, standing their ground. Perhaps there's a challenge that they're going to need that high ground, that moral high ground. Perhaps it's against this emperor reverse in the subconscious. And, again, that could be your higher self standing up to your lower self. I said when I got on my path, I had to learn. When I was a kid, I grew up in a very hateful, controlling, domineering household with a very vengeful, punishing God. And I was scared to death to lose any kind of control. So I had to love myself enough to say yes. But that got out of hand, so then I had to learn to love myself enough to say no. And let me tell you something, it is a lot easier to say yes than no. So, but it's a balance. So in the near future, before I look, thank you so much, guys, my most high God. The near future, juggling, balancing, adaptability, flexibility, maybe multitasking, trying to bring things into balance. Could be juggling people or ideas, conflicting passions, conflicting ideas. The child self wants the shiny knife off the table because it's pretty, but that doesn't mean that we give the child the shiny knife to play with, right? Someone is going to try to avoid a power, delaying the inevitable. And the longer we put it off, the more shocking it can be. Fear of change, stagnation, boy, that keeps coming up. Winning at all costs, betrayal, manipulation, conflict, a Pyrrhic victory, the Five of Swords. That's right. But two of those figures are walking away. So it's up to you, Leo. Maybe there's someone you need to walk away from, something you need to walk away from. We're not allowed to control and manipulate, whine, beg, plead, wheedle, swindle others, but if we can't control others, if we need to walk away from them, we certainly are free to do that. Environmental influences. Environmental influences. I'm going to tell you like this. If you've got a hateful, vengeful God that judges you or others, you might need a new God. So, but we start where we are. Environmental influences. Environmental influences. Thank you so much. Well, you're in the right environment to gain strength over your own inner beast, conquer your own inner demons. That's beautiful. I have said I refuse to go within, put myself in timeout, so the universe put me in timeout. Well, I'm not even going to say that. The universe kept telling me to put myself in timeout, and I wouldn't. And then finally, after hitting my head so hard a few many times, I took a timeout. But it was a good thing. I had to change people, places, and playgrounds. Hopes and fears. I mean, healing's never done. New levels, new devils, right? So, but we work with our demons. We bring them, we get control over them. We subjugate them, and then they become our holy guardian angels. But that's just Christian mysticism. There's a process to doing that. So if you want to learn how to enslave your demons, you can look into Hermetic Kabbalah. Hopes and fears. If that's too much, you can start with the Kabbalion. Somebody's hanging on too tight. They're being extremely greedy, stingy. They have a lack mindset, a poverty mindset. But when we let go and let God, let go and let the universe, we know that the universe is an abundant place and there's always enough. On the contrary, somebody could be letting go. Whether that's a mindset, material things, people speak to material things, could be energies, but it could be spirituality. It could be, yeah, we can see energy. It could be an energy that kept in balance might have served us, but out of balance does not serve us. Not serve our demons, though. Leo's influence. Celebration, friendship, community, creativity. That's a Three of Cups. That's in the upright, so let it be with upright things. If you have a drinking problem, perhaps stick to Coke and lime, whatever you like. Water, lemonade. You know, sometimes our child self likes to indulge, and we mistake that for us liking to indulge. But the higher self might be whispering to us that we need to get a grip. Potential outcome? And I'm not saying that's you. I mean, this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest. Potential outcome. Thank you so much. Ooh. Well. Queen of Cups. Learning to use your emotions, getting emotional stability, learning some empathy, intuition, nurturing. Getting control, willpower, direction, control, forward movement. Look, walking away from what does not serve you. Getting a sense of wisdom, objectivity, sharpness, discernment, independence. And that Queen of Swords, she'll speak the truth. I mean, obviously, she'll try to be nice about it first, but if that doesn't work, she'll cut your head off. Maybe in a nice kind of way. You might not even know she's done it. That's beautiful, Leo. Words of advice, please and thank you. Words of advice, please and thank you. Look, abundance of all kinds. Plenty of money. Good family. This is legacy wealth, wealth that multiplies itself. Enough to share. Remember to give back. Give to the community. Financial security, community, home, maybe some pets. Beautiful. So if you've got that to call on, just know that you don't have to be in that lack mindset. You don't want to give everything away and end up homeless, but you certainly want to give back. Don't give it all to, the bootlegger or the D-boy or whatever. And look, 5 speaks to change, and sometimes it takes a little adversity, a little discomfort, a little struggle, a little pressure to change, to grow, to develop muscle. Those guys, they're developing some muscle. Those ones represent passion, so you might have to get some control of passion. And this could be in the community or with yourself, but it's an opportunity to grow, and that's how they want you to see it. I'm not worried about it. You've got this. I didn't see any ego death or anything like that. Come later. For right now, I would say this: take the easier path while you have the chance. Please and thank you. Can we get some archetypal energies that Leo can work with while they move through these energies? Please and thank you. Archetypal energies for Leo to work with as they move through these energies. I just heard that when we're in the 6th grade and we think we know it all, if we really insist on not doing the lessons and demanding the PhD level exams, that's what you're going to get. Archetypal energies, please and thank you. Engineering the shadow. Reliance on mechanistic solutions without regard for emotional consequences. That includes others, includes self too, but it includes others. Don Juan and the light. Spotlights your positive seductive qualities. In other words, don't try to seduce people for the wrong reasons, but could possibly seduce them onto a light path, but right now that person would be you. Saboteur on the shelf, not in the light, not in the dark. We want to bring it in the upright. Highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to your life. And in the shadow, induces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. What else? Thank you so much. Seeker in the light, thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. Yeah, I am not worried about you. You got this. That's a beautiful reading. Thanks so much for joining me.